From having 0 followers and being bad at Fortnite to having over 10,000 followers and being pretty solid at Fortnite. This is my story, or the story of JKC Gaming and his Fortnite progression. I started my journey in Chapter 2 Season 2. I was playing quite casually and had been for multiple seasons. However, little did I know, this was the season just before I would make a big change. I was bad, I'm gonna be honest. Moving into Chapter 2 Season 3, I decided that I wanted to be a competitive player. I wanted to get better at the game. I spent hours in Arena on the family TV, pushing points, landing at logjam woodworks, gaining points incredibly slowly, a lot of bush camping there. I was not good at the game, but this was one of the massive seasons for improvement from me, because I was just playing game modes that I was struggling in. This is a massive tip from me, guys. If you play the game modes you struggle in, you're going to get a ton better, and this is what happened to me. I was by no means good in this era, however I was a lot better than the average player. In Chapter 2 Season 4, my mechanics got a little bit better, and I also tried a couple tournaments, including Wild Wednesday. I gave it a go, I wasn't very good, but you know, we move on. I also made a very crucial switch on my edit button, switching from B to edit to L stick to edit. This is something that makes players 100 times faster on controller if you play on keyboard and you don't know this sort of thing, but L stick edit on controller is amazing, and that is what I'd switched to, so I was improving a lot faster there as well. In Chapter 2 Season 5, I finally switched from old gen console to newer gen console. I did an unboxing video on my channel. As you can see, I'm still looking pretty young compared to what I look like now. I also did my first tournament video on my channel in ages. It was a duo cup, it was the Flash Cup, and we did pretty badly. I had 0 competitive knowledge, I had some slight mechanics, nothing too crazy though. It didn't go great, but that's not the point. The point was I was improving into Chapter 2 Season 6. This was the peak of the grind. I was playing Arena pretty much every day, and this was one of the seasons I improved the most. I published probably one of my best ever tournament videos, which was the Teen Titans Cup video with my new duo partner Liam. I wasn't very good back in the day, but we won 3 matches and it was very exciting. We didn't end up getting the skin, but this is definitely one of the refining points in my Fortnite, getting better. Let's go! Arc type deal. I actually did get to Champions League this season and I was fighting a lot more, so it was a lot more credible. It was a lot more exciting. I might have also been a bit too big for my boots because I was posting pro Fortnite highlight content, and I was not a pro, I was probably just above average. Chapter 2 Season 7, I competed in my first ever FNCS. This is a big deal, didn't do great, but you know, first ever FNCS. I also competed in my first ever console FNCS. My trio wasn't available, so I ended up playing with 2 guys who spoke no English and just Spanish. We ended up getting 2nd place, which I thought was pretty good considering. This season I did a whole series on getting to Champions League, and I made it pretty easily, to be fair. Arena wasn't that hard back in the day. Compared to Ranked now, getting to Unreal, Arena getting to Champions League was just perfect. It wasn't that hard, however the average player couldn't do it, so I think it was pretty good. Chapter 2 Season 8, I played mostly creative and got a lot better mechanically. There's not much to say about this season, that's just how it was. This season I didn't play competitive matches much. I took a massive interest in comp scene, watching the comp scene specifically. I watched Camiseti and Teak win FNCS by a landslide on EU, and that really inspired me coming into Chapter 3 Season 1. If you're enjoying this journey so far and you want to know how I go going into Chapter 3, make sure you use code JKC in the Fortnite item shop. If we reach 75 supporters by the end of the month, I'm going to release my new Zone Wars map to the public, and I know you guys want that. Pop it in, you don't actually have to buy anything, just having it in helps me greatly. Thank you, let's get back into the video. Chapter 3 Season 1 was another massive grind season. I played Arena a ton and got Champions League within like 5 days with my friend Liam. We were on the grind and my mechanics were looking a lot better. They were looking crispy after all that time in creative, and I was finally the console player that I dreamed of being. Much better than the average console player. Probably in the top 5% of console players in my opinion, for that era especially. I didn't place particularly much because it's the start of the season. However, especially mechanics wise, I was up there. Then I switched to PC halfway through this season. This season, PC switch, you know, it's all going well. Switching to PC is a massive advantage in Fortnite, as it offers you all sorts of benefits, including lower input delay, performance mode. You don't realise the amount of input delay on console until you switch to that PC. So I was now on PC, and that made it even easier for me to get better mechanics. My mechanics once again had a massive increase. I became a lot more consistent on PC than I was on console. I could obviously do the pretty good free builds on console, but now on PC, they were a lot more refined and just a lot less likely to be messed up. In Chapter 3 Season 2, I stopped playing duos with Liam and started playing duos with Ben. I found Ben on the Driving Discord server, which is a super good Discord server like my own, so if you want to join my Discord server, that's link in the description, guys. I found him on there and we've been playing together ever since. It was during Chapter 3 that I realised that I was not going to be a comp player, at least not at the highest level, because by now I had my PC, I had 240 FPS, I was a controller player, I was doing well, I had great mechanics, but I knew that I would never be at the top level. While I believe that anyone can get to the top level, you have to have enough time to pursue that type of thing. And I did not have enough time. I was a content creator at heart. I started putting more and more effort into content at this point and started putting less and less effort into comp. I was obviously still playing the tournaments, but the days of grinding my aim and grinding my mechanics were quite long gone. A similar story carried on into Chapter 4. I played with Ben mainly in competitive events. They made great videos, they made banging videos, and I enjoyed them. However, I was putting all my effort into content, as that is the path I would like to pursue with Fortnite. I'm still far better than the average player in Chapter 4, and I've decided I'm going to start working on some of my mechanics again. Working on them, making them better, making them more consistent, so I can start placing in events. But for now, I'm just far better than the average player, and I'm a content creator. Your boy is a content creator at heart. If you've enjoyed my story and you want to see more, make sure you click on this video right here, as it is a banger, trust me. I tried to play Fortnite on a Chromebook. Join my Discord server, link in description. I'll see you in the next one.